Honorable Minister for Health, Family Welfare and Medical Education, Government of Andhra Pradesh, Sri Satya Kumar Yadavji, my distinguished colleague, Dr. Ramaya Muthyalaji, dignitaries on the dais, invitees, scientists, pediatricians, colleagues, and friends. I am very honored to be connected to you on this World Rare Disease Day 2025 virtually to be able to demonstrate my solidarity and my full support to the efforts that you are undertaking in promoting the cause of addressing the problem of rare diseases in the country and beyond. Because of overwhelming reasons, it has not been possible for me to be with you in person, but I am delighted and grateful to the organizers for this virtual opportunity. I am a pediatrician by training, and I have had the good fortune of working at NITI Aayog as a policy enabler team, as a part of the policy enabler team of the Government of India. I like to share with you one important area of work that the government has undertaken. And that's my main message to you, other than saying that we are all together in this journey to provide the highest level of health, highest level of survival, highest level of quality of life for our children born with rare diseases, and also to find pathways to avert the occurrence of these diseases in future. I like to now make a brief presentation to be able to cover the initiatives of the government on providing drugs for selected rare diseases. Can we see the presentation? Well, I hope the presentation is visible. As a part of my responsibility, I have been concerned that India has to import at an enormous cost for drugs for selected rare diseases from other nations. We of course know that we don't have treatment and therapies for many rare diseases in the world, anywhere. But for those diseases for which the drugs are available elsewhere were really not affordably accessible to the families in India. Next slide, please. Working with some of the leaders, in fact, all the key leaders, I would say, in the field of rare diseases, particularly pediatric fraternity, some time back, a few years back now, we prioritized ensuring treatment for 13 disorders. And here is that list: tyrosinemia type 1, Gaucher's disease, Wilson's disease, Dravet-Lennox-Gastaut syndrome, phenylketonuria, hyperammonemia, cystic fibrosis. These diseases have an answer in the form of small molecule drugs, and this became our priority within the priority. And then we have tough conditions, difficult, complex, rare disorders: spinal muscular atrophy, the holy grail, Duchenne muscular dystrophy, achondroplasia, Pompe's disease, mucopolysaccharidosis, and Niemann-Pick disease. These require either genetic therapy or enzyme replacement therapy. This requires complex research and complex therapeutics. We also in this initiative included sickle cell disease as an effort, which is related in a way because it's genetic, but not necessarily a rare disease. But the effort was combined effort, joint effort. Clearly, the first 7 disorders where small molecule drugs would work became our priority. Next one, please. And for them, we could see more possibilities to get the therapeutics right in India. For tyrosinemia, we were targeting capsule Nitisinone, Gaucher disease, cap Eliglustat, and cap Eliglustat. For Wilson's disease, we targeted cap Trientine, and for Lennox-Gastaut syndrome, Cannabidiol Oral Solution. For PKU, tablet Cephalosporin. For hyperammonemia, tab sodium phenylbutyrate and tab carglumic acid. And for cystic fibrosis, Ivacaftor. And for, of course, sickle cell disease, we were targeting syrup hydroxyurea. The tablets of hydroxyurea were available, but syrup was not really available in our country. Next one, please. So here is the list of the 9 drugs, small molecule drugs that we targeted. The list is Nitisinone, Eliglustat, Trientine, Cannabidiol, Cephalosporin, sodium phenylbutyrate, carglumic acid, Ivacaftor, and Eliglustat. I'm happy to state that over a period of time, we engaged with the genetics fraternity of India, and we engaged with industry, pharmaceutical industry in our country systematically. Those who make bulk drugs and those who had the potential to make bulk drugs or formulations for these nine compounds, shall we say. It was a systematic effort. It was an effort which involved getting the drug regulator, the industry, and the clinical fraternity together, looking at the possibilities, working with the industry to formulate these preparations, to find the wherewithal of how to go about doing it. And very importantly, in the same room, we would have the regulator, namely the CDSCO or the drugs regulator, so that the process of approval could be expedited, facilitated, and accomplished. I'm very happy to state that out of the 9 targeted drugs, 4 drugs are now approved and are available in the market. Nitisinone, Eliglustat, Trientine, Cannabidiol, these are now available. The other 5 drugs, I'll be systematically updating you on the developments that are being done to get the manufacturing of these five drugs done. Next. When India makes drugs, they are not only high quality, but they are also affordable. The Nitisinone, which has been developed by Bio4 and Laurus, has an advantage of 1/60 in terms of the cost. Compared to a cost of 2.2 crore, 3.7 lakh is the cost differential for this drug to be used over a period of a year. For Eliglustat, done by ESICO, this advantage is 1/30, 3.4 crore versus 12 lakhs. For Trientine by Laurus, MSN, and Apothecon, the differential is 1/90, 3.2 crore versus 3.5 lakh. And for Cannabidiol Oral Solution by Bio4 India, the differential is 34 lakhs versus 3 lakhs, 1/12. So not only these 4 drugs are now in the market, but they are also affordable in a huge way, in a very, very impressive way. And this makes access to therapy for these disorders, the relevant disorders, a real possibility. Next. 5 drugs that are under process. I have a good news with regard to CAP Eliglustat. I am informed by Apothecon Pharmaceuticals, who are working with ICRES for distribution in India, that they have submitted their request to the FDA, and they expect approval by FDA, the US, in about 2 or 3 months from now. And subsequent to that, hopefully this year, the approval in India would also take place. For the remaining 4 drugs, the efforts are on. We are in touch with the individual companies, and my office tracks, my team tracks how they are moving on the pathway of manufacture as well as regulatory approval, and this effort would continue. Next. One of the issues that I like to put forth to you to think is, now that these drugs are available in the market, how do we increase the access of these drugs to the patients? The issue is that the market for rare disease drugs is very sparse. These drugs cannot be made available at all the pharmacies, private or government, because there is no market. It will never be picked up and the drugs would expire. So we have to find specific pathways of ensuring that these drugs can be procured, can be secured by the families of the patients. And I've had discussions with the industry, with the Jan Aushadhi system, with the Centers of Excellence in this regard. And we would like to discuss with you how the pathways can be created. Of course, these drugs can be currently channeled through the Centers of Excellence on prescription. That I think is working. I'm also wondering whether some of the manufacturers can themselves provide supply to an individual patient after receiving an authentic prescription. We are also toying with the idea of engaging the Jan Aushadhi network of pharmacy as a part of this effort, because there will be as many as 25,000 Jan Aushadhi Kendras very, very soon, and already the footprint is much more than 15,000. So we are wondering how to now make sure that the families of patients who have these diseases can receive these drugs. Next. The syrup hydroxyurea has also been approved, manufactured by Ecam. The likely price is about 1,500 rupees compared to about 70,000 rupees of the product if that was to be imported into India as a syrup. And you can spread the good word about hydroxyurea syrup. Also, we hope to make it available very soon through the government system, NHM, as a part of the sickle cell disease mission. Next one, please. But India is witnessing exciting times. You are aware that India has licensed an indigenous gene therapy in October 2023 for refractory B-cell leukemia and lymphomas. This has been developed by IIT Mumbai. Clinical trial took place at Tata Memorial Center, and an ImmunoAct incubator startup was instrumental in putting this in the market. Next one, please. This drug is already being used. Several patients have already benefited, and the reach of this therapy is now increasing, and we are facilitating pathways for that to happen. The cost differential here is the cost of such therapy in the US, let's say, is about 3.3 crore Indian rupees, and we are receiving this care in India for about 25 lakh rupees as of now. Next. You may have also seen an early trial of lentivirus hemopoietic cells for hemophilia. This was published in NAGM rather recently, and therefore India has offered a potential therapy for an effective therapy for hemophilia A, which is embedded in gene therapeutics. Now, these two instances give me a great hope for the tough to manage, tough to treat complex disorders that are there in our original list, where I said that we need more concerted efforts. But with these two successes, as also the interest of the industry, which I am privy to, more than 2 or 3 players are already actively considering getting into the foray for complex therapeutics, for gene therapy for rare diseases. And that gives me huge hope. Next one, please. I believe India, Bharat, is poised to develop advanced, affordable cures for even more complex rare diseases. The science organizations and the developments and other stakeholders within the ministry, the different ministries, we are all working together to visualize a cell and gene therapy mission for India. We have brought together the key players in this regard, and we hope that a very major effort will be made in the direction of cell and gene therapies, which will open therapeutic opportunities for the remaining and complex rare diseases. Thank you very much. Can we unshare? Well, distinguished colleagues, thank you very much for the opportunity. This is the message I would have liked to share in person. We are together in our journey to find solutions, science solutions, and solutions to then ensure that the drugs reach the people, the families who need them, is our shared mission. I look forward to the conclusions and the recommendations of the meeting. I compliment you on the World Rare Disease Day 2025. I wish you the very best for your event, and I'm there to be a part and parcel of the journey that we will all take for the noble cause that we all, you all stand for. Thank you very much.